What's up, Zombie Talk 123 here. Coming back and checking certain news in the MLB. The least thing I would expect happened today as the Cardinals extend Lance Berkman. Why am I surprised by this? Um, First of all, the talks had slowed down this week, or was reported to slow down this week. They weren't really agreeing. There was, Berkman wanted more than 1 year, and the Cardinals wanted more of an incentive-based 1 year contract. And I guess they found a figure they're happy with. Also, earlier this week, Berkman said, no matter what players say, it is all about the money. So, he wanted to stay in St. Louis, but it was going to be about the money. He wanted more money. Obviously, he's going to be able to command more money than he got last year. Last year, signing an $8 million deal kind of seemed high at the time, considering the fact that he had a pretty bad year the year before. He comes back, and now it looks like, John Zach's is genius. Really, he took a risk, and it worked. It paid off. He has 31 home runs now. He was batting over 300 last night. Now he's under from today's performance. He has an on-base percentage over 400. Slugging percentage is the highest since like 2007. Home runs the highest since 2007. And so he's going to be setting some career numbers this year. Or not career numbers, just numbers he hasn't put up in many years. And a lot of people thought he was done, and maybe he's done after this season, whatever. But he resigns with the Cardinals. They extend him. Now, I'm kind of iffy on this deal right now. Yes, it's only a 1 year deal. I'm happy about this. $12 million for what he's done this year is a bargain. The fact that he's a free agent and could command a lot of money, I'm glad we got him for $12 million. It also knocks a big free agent off the free agency list. But he's definitely a risk. I mean, he's getting older. In the outfield, he doesn't play good outfield. At first base, you never know how he's going to play because his knees are going to be more effective at first base than the outfield. Obviously, his bat has been there almost all year this year, but we don't know if his bat is going to be there for a few more years. I would expect him to have a pretty good year next year, maybe even a great year. Who knows? But he could also get hurt, or he could, there's obviously a lot of risks there. Something bad could happen very easily. But for the Cardinals, getting him is a good move because, sorry, I'm stuttering a lot in this video. I don't know why. I'm not a stutterer, but whatever. Getting the Cardinals is a good move for them because, again, it's safety for them. It's kind of a backup option. The thing I don't like about this deal at all is it doesn't give a guy like Alan Craig the chance to play. Now, whether or not the club decides to re-sign Skip Schumacher, which I probably think they would, they could take the risk and say, no, Skip Schumacher, we're not going to re-sign you, or we'll sign you as a utility man, but we want Alan Craig to transfer to second base. The thing with Alan Craig transferring to second base is a good, important position to start the double plays and to get the ground balls. And you got to have quick feet there, and, you have to know the position. He's a right fielder. I'm kind of sick of the Cardinals drafting these guys that can bat but play positions that are already taken up or have organizational guys there, and they try to transfer them to other positions that they're weak at. That does not show that the organization is going the right direction. They're barely making it by. I mean, I would love to see Alan Craig get in the lineup every day. He's obviously shown he's done a great job here. Batting over 300, getting a lot of power, home runs. When he's been into play, he's been getting home runs. He's shown the power numbers. And the question is whether he can sustain it. I'm an Alan Craig believer. I think that he could put up 20-plus home runs in a season. So, if he played all season. So, I would love to see him in the everyday lineup. Again, sorry, my dogs are barking. But anyway, two little shih tzus. But anyway, he's a right fielder. Transfer to second base might be the only option there if Berkman plays in right field. Now the question is, another reason why I have Berkman is if Albert Pujols doesn't sign. And obviously, the Cardinals have actually said they're not very confident that they're going to be able to get a deal done. Now, am I saying that he's going to be with another club? It's more like right now it's like 70-30 that I think he'll re-sign with the Cardinals. I think he wants to re-sign with the Cardinals, but again, it probably is more about money than anything, even though he says he wants to be there. And I don't want the Cardinals to give away all their future money to Albert. And yes, that sounds bad because Albert will probably put up better numbers than most guys in the majors. But you see teams that are going out and spending money on the draft and drafting the right players and doing the right thing, not getting free agents, but, bringing players up. It's totally working out. Young guys are producing just as well as guys like Albert Pujols this year. And we've seen that a lot this year, and they're cost-controlled. You can't always make trades for those young guys. Those guys are the players that are going to get you the franchise championships. So the Cardinals are not always going to make it by getting free agents. But They do have a really power-hitting first baseman in Double A that shows a lot of promise. Already hitting like 28 home runs this year in Double A or something. Matt Adams, he's just a power horse. He's huge. He's just a power guy. He can hit. He can flat out hit. So, they can use that as trade bait if they're looking for, elsewhere in the field. They have a lot of trade bait. The main thing is that they have good pitching in the minor league system. They're going to be bringing up Shelby Miller, Carlos Martinez, Joe Kelly, other guys like that. So they have depth there. And they have Zach Cox coming up. I don't think he's going to be as good as people think he is, but he'll probably be a solid major league player. Now, Oscar Taveras is very excited to think about, though. But for the Cardinals to be re-signing Lance Berkman, there's some risk in that. But considering how he's played this year, it's kind of a bargain. Right now, it looks like a pretty good deal. Just a one-year deal, $12 million. A few more $1 million than what he paid last year. And his numbers have been obviously a lot better. So he said that he was happy in St. Louis, want to stay here. We were not able to trade him to the Rangers. Pretty much they said, if you trade him, I'm not going to come back. So it worked, though, made the deal. Now, the only player left at the Cardinals I could see them resigning is Rafael Vercal. But really, they've definitely made a jump on free agency. I mean, they've signed Chris Carpenter and Lance Berkman in the middle of September while they have made a push for the wild card. They're 1.5 out. If they win today, they'll be 1 out, and they're winning today. So great news on that. Albert, 2 RBIs away from the 100. If he stays over 300, he'll have 300 batting average, 100 RBIs, and 30 home runs in 11 straight seasons. It might be 12 actually this year. Wow, crazy. Anyway, so Zombie Talk 1, 2, 3, and the St. Louis Cardinals extend Lance Berkman through 2012. All right, thanks for watching.